to the Google community for NOVA's Making Stuff outreach. My name is Scott Asakawa. I am the outreach coordinator with NOVA Education. And with us today also is Rachel Conley.
Hello. How are you doing?
So tell you a little bit about what I do for NOVA Education, then Rachel will take over. A big part of what I do for NOVA Education is I manage a lot of our partnerships with the various organizations, such as many of the organizations that you all represent, wherein we do a lot of our work to help leverage NOVA's media for positive educational impact across a variety of demographics. We obviously work quite a bit producing educational resources for use in classrooms with students from the K through 12 spectrum, but we also do quite a bit of work with adult populations in science cafes. So if you're interested in science cafes and haven't been to one, check out sciencecafes.org. It's a site that we administrate, and it's part of the Making Stuff campaign also in the form of innovation cafes. And beyond that, we also do work with formal and informal sites such as science museums, makerspaces, libraries, as well as formal schools to do outreach. And this is an example of one of those projects. The Making Stuff Outreach Community is one of those projects. We're going to be doing work across a variety of different sites. As you know, this community that is now just fledgling and building up includes representatives across a variety of different educational demographics. And so we're really excited to meet you all and get to know you and work with you, and please enjoy this community. Use it as much as you see fit. Rachel?
Hi. Hello, everybody. So my name is Rachel Connolly. Again, I'm the Director of Education here at NOVA. And I know Scott gave a great sort of brief introduction to NOVA Education, but I wanted to just sort of give you a big picture about our goals for this project and why we feel like we're here, particularly around making stuff and making, and what our goals are, so you sort of understand where we're coming from. Our goals with this project are to, big picture, to bring a lot of energy, time, and resources in order to help outreach sites nationally, in this case about 75 of them, to build or expand upon their capacity and your expertise to deliver maker-style programming. So we want to start by saying we are not leaders in the maker movement. We are STEM educators, and we leave the maker expertise to our colleagues and advisors at Maker Education and other leading maker organizations and institutions that we work with. So we are in some ways a good model of educators who have a lot of STEM expertise, who are struggling to, through this project, also learn about what good making looks like and how to support it. So to that end, we like to say we're part of the journey with you, but we do really want to help you with the resources and to provide you, NOVA can uniquely provide you with narrative-based, media-enhanced projects that are aligned with the maker pedagogy of this open-ended design and play. And so that's what we're going to provide through this project to you. And finally, we will connect you through this ongoing hangouts and PD and that to the maker community largely and the leaders in the movement so that you have sustained support beyond the project that NOVA has here through early 2014. So we hope this is sort of a way in the door for some organizations that don't do making currently and want to try it out and sort of want the support and community to go along with doing it not alone, or the people who already do a lot of making and are looking for lights that don't go on and off, or who are looking for particular projects that are new or new kinds of themes or narratives or media and that to bring to your existing programs to sort of expand your offerings. So that's really who we are and what we're here to do. We hope you saw the show last night, the very first episode of Making Stuff. There's 4 episodes in the next 4 weeks. Last night was the first one, and we posted the link on our community wall. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it free online at any time. We also have an email signature image up there if you want to use it, and we are currently doing a tweet campaign at Nova Education or at Nova PBS. We are tweeting to hashtag Innovate, so if you would like to get any media content for your social media channels, feel free to follow or retweet from there. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Scott to briefly introduce sort of who else is in this community currently, because people are starting to grow and join, and you'll see people coming on in the next week or two. So there are some of you already here, and we want you to know sort of who will be in this community or who is currently joining.
Thanks, Rachel. So I did say a little bit before in my last little piece about who this outreach community is going to represent. And we're really quite thrilled with kind of the diverse array of organizations and people that we are going to get the opportunity to work with. We sent out an application some months ago and have gotten quite an impressive response across the educational spectrum. We got a lot of response from teachers in K-12 schools as well as school administrators. We got quite a bit of response from libraries, for instance, that are looking to add science and technology and engineering curricula to their community outreach programs. We got a fair amount of response from universities that have science outreach programs and are looking to do community engagement. Of course, making stuff is very rooted in the maker movement as well, and so we got a response from community maker spaces, from organizations like museums that are that have maker spaces inside their museums, and a lot of different, just a lot of different folks that are interested in pursuing making with a sort of middle to high school audience. And so we're really thrilled that there are these different voices that are going to be lending their perspective to this community and lending their unique ideas and really building a strong discourse. So we're really happy about that. And so given that that's the case, we wanted to talk just a little bit about this platform, Google Plus and the Google Communities, and how we're going to be using it to build discourse, to build dialogue, to learn as a community together. We will say that Google Plus is a relatively new platform for us as far as social media is concerned and as far as content delivery is concerned. And we know that there are many folks out there who are very experienced with this, so please, if you have recommendations for us, the suggestion box is wide open. We want to make this work as well as we can and deliver the best content we can, and that includes being open to suggestions from those folks who may have experience and know a little more than us, so we welcome your input. Firstly, we're going to be using this mechanism, Hangouts on Air, to talk to you folks and deliver some messaging and check in with you, let you know what's going on here at NOVA. We are based in Boston, Massachusetts at WGBH, a public transmedia company, and we basically just want to use this mechanism to make connections with you, to let you know who we are at NOVA Education, what we can deliver, what our experience and expertise is, and let you get to know us so that you can use that information to help us best deliver support to you. Of course, one of the major areas that we're all going to be engaging in as a community are these maker boxes and these maker project boxes. And of course, we're going to be here to offer you professional development and training in how to best deliver your content. We're also going to get the chance, and we're really lucky to have this, we're also going to get the chance to interface and benefit from the expertise of some folks who have been doing this for quite some time. MakerCore and Make Education have been very generous to us, and they'll be, we'll get a chance to have them come on some Hangouts and talk to the community about their experience in the maker movement and in this new sort of pedagogical approach that we're using and that we're very excited about, and that it's very clear that a lot of people are excited about from across the country. We'll also get a chance to bring in folks, we're hoping, from the television show. We've been talking a bit to David Pogue, and we're hoping that he might be able to come on to a Hangout just to talk to folks about the sort of fun parts of filming, his favorite stories that he got a chance to participate in, and really just bring that little treat to our outreach community, connect as much as we can between kind of the education outreach side and sort of the television side, because of course NOVA and by extension all of our partners are kind of multifaceted in our different approaches to how we educate. And of course NOVA, being a television program, is a central part of that, so we want to make sure that the outreach community can benefit. Rachel, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I think I'll sort of wrap this up and bring us through to the end here. As Scott said, the virtual sort of digs we have here on Google Plus are going to be our home base. It's a place for you to post questions, to meet other people in the community. That is what the main documents that are linked on the right-hand side of our community are for. One of those has our contact list in it, where you can sort of see who else is in this Making Stuff outreach community and how to reach them. We ask that you sort of look at this community as one that is, you know, we're sort of a working group. We're someplace that's sort of safe to come and talk to if you have questions, or if you tell us there's particular things you really want to know more about, and if we can't help you, we'll help find the people who can and try to bring them in, because guess what? If you have a question, there's a good chance other people in the group have them as well. So please voice them whenever you can. So what we're doing right now, sort of to let you know where we are in this project, the stage in the project is, we're currently in the final stages of drafting our activities. They're in copy editing and final writer review, and we will very soon be sharing those drafts with you here in the Google community so that you can start to get a feel for what they are, what the content is. They're not, of course, the final, you know, produced, designed PDFs that are going to be the end product, but we felt like it's better to let you know earlier rather than later what these 4 projects are, so you can really start getting comfortable with them. And to that end, we also thought it would be a good chance to start thinking about sourcing the materials. Both we are doing that on our end so that we can put together everything that we need to send you to do these projects, but also on your end, so that you have some time to figure out sort of where you might be doing your maker projects or programming if you do not already have a dedicated maker space that you work with, as well as what other tools and materials that you might have available that you want to either gather or draw on, because of course we can't send you large quantities and you might want to do these projects for a long time to come. So building that sort of capacity to identify and start growing your sort of maker resource collection. So that's what we're going to do early on, so that we could start, you know, getting you comfortable with what's coming up for early 2014 when we implement the actual program. Looking ahead, we have some plans to have, as Scott said, some upcoming Hangouts that we're going to be posting here on our community and sharing with you. And Scott can tell you a little bit more now about our intended sort of office hours and our availability, and how you can get in touch with us if you have any questions, and how to keep continuing to participate with us. But we hope to see you again soon. Thank you again for your time.
Thanks, Rachel. So as Rachel just said, there are a couple of different mechanisms that we're going to be using moving forward. One is this mechanism, which is Hangouts on Air. Hangouts on Air, for those of you who may not be familiar, are sort of these, the way I think about them is kind of like panel broadcasts, where NOVA will invite a variety of folks in. So we may be inviting folks from MakerCore who have experience from this summer. We may be bringing in folks like David Pogue, We maybe bring in basically anybody in the community who has something to contribute, and we will be broadcasting that content to our community via Google Plus in this platform. The other thing that we want to provide is we want to be able to deliver some office hours to folks as we get further along in this process and as the community builds and as we have things to talk about and support to offer. So basically what we want to do for these office hours is to provide some sort of private hangouts that will not be like recorded on YouTube and then broadcast, but rather just a way for us to sort of teleconference and talk to each other. So in that case, basically we're going to be having those probably approximately once every 2 weeks. We were talking about Thursday afternoons, something like that. We're going to try to do them at a time that's most easily accessible for folks from across the country. Obviously, Boston is in Eastern time, but there are folks out there in our community who are not in that time zone. So we're going to try to be as sensitive as possible to that and make it so that we can, at regular points, be a resource for the community to draw upon, answer specific questions, deal with specific, maybe site-based concerns. So that's what office hours will be for, and we'll be doing those at regular intervals. So we'll be starting those probably in the next couple of weeks as we continue to build the community and as people continue to sign up. And those will go on in some amount of regularity. And we will be posting a sign-up sheet so that folks can sign up if they're interested to attend some of our office hours. And I will certainly let the community know when we have begun to schedule those. I think that's about it for this moment in time. Once again, thanks so much. Rachel, do you have anything else to add?
No, I just want to say thank you again. It was great to talk to you. We look forward to doing this again. And please get in touch if you need anything. And looking forward to making things with you, making stuff with you. Sorry, I said that.
Yeah, folks, thank you so much. And we hope to see you soon. We're really looking forward to this project. And we really appreciate you guys being willing and in many cases really excited to participate. It makes us feel very satisfied to know that there's folks out there across the country that are really excited to work on these things, as excited as we are. So thanks very much, and we'll talk to you soon.